Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I'm Dr. E.I. Williams, a board-certified practicing physician, and today we are talking about something that affects millions of people: migraines. Do you know that certain foods you eat could actually be triggering those painful migraine attacks without you even realizing it? Whether you are battling chronic migraines, experiencing occasional headaches, or just trying to understand how your diet affects your brain, this video is for you. Also, if you are a student, a busy parent, a health-conscious professional, or someone simply tired of the pain and confusion around migraines, stick around. Let's take the guesswork out of your health. Now, I've seen firsthand how migraines can impact people's lives. And as a physician, I understand how important it is to find strategies that work. So, in today's video, we are going to dive into the top foods that might be setting off those attacks and what you can do to minimize your risk. I will also give you practical tips on how to systematically identify and eliminate these foods. So let's get started. Let's start with one of the most common migraine triggers: caffeine. Now, before you panic, I'm not saying you need to cut out your morning coffee entirely. In fact, for some people, a small amount of caffeine can actually help relieve migraine pain. But for others, too much caffeine or even going too long without it can lead to withdrawal headaches or an increase in frequency and severity of attacks. So why does caffeine affect migraines? It's all about how caffeine constricts and then dilates blood vessels in the brain, which can trigger a migraine attack. Additionally, the sudden withdrawal of caffeine can cause headaches, which is something many migraine sufferers experience. So what can you do? If you suspect caffeine is triggering your migraines, consider reducing your intake gradually. You might want to swap out your regular coffee for herbal teas like peppermint or chamomile. This can provide a soothing effect without the caffeine rush. Next up, let's talk about aged cheeses. Many people are surprised to learn that cheeses like cheddar, parmesan, and blue cheese are major migraine triggers. Why? It all comes down to theramine, a naturally occurring substance found in aged cheeses. Theramine can cause blood vessels in your brain to constrict and then expand, which is a key factor in triggering migraines. Think of it this way: theramine can mess with the levels of serotonin, a neurotransmitter in your brain. And when serotonin levels fluctuate, migraines can often follow. Here's what you need to do. Swap out those aged cheeses for fresh cheeses like mozzarella or cottage, which contain lower levels of theramine. You could also try dairy-free alternatives, many of which are delicious and migraine-friendly. Now let's talk about processed meats, such as bacon, salami, and hot dogs. These meats often contain nitrates and nitrites, which are used as preservatives. Unfortunately, these preservatives are known to dilate blood vessels in the brain, a common migraine trigger. Additionally, processed meats can be high in sodium, which can contribute to dehydration, a major migraine trigger in itself. As always, tell my patient, here's the way out from these triggers. If you enjoy meats, try sticking with fresh cut ones like chicken, turkey, or lean beef, or even plant-based proteins like tofu, tempeh, and legumes. These alternatives don't have the same negative impact on blood vessels and hydration levels. Well, I know this one might be a tough pill to swallow for many. Chocolate. It's often considered a comfort food, but for migraine sufferers, it can actually be a major trigger. The reason? Chocolate contains several compounds, including caffeine, theobromine, and phenylethylamine, all of which can affect serotonin levels and lead to a migraine attack. These compounds can either dilate blood vessels or interfere with neurotransmitter activity such as serotonin, setting the stage for a migraine. Don't worry, you don't have to give up chocolate forever. Instead, you can try carob, which is naturally sweet and doesn't contain caffeine. By the way, carob has a sweet, nutty flavor and is often used as a caffeine-free, theobromine-free alternative to cocoa powder in baking, candy, and drinks. Or opt for dark chocolate with a very low percentage of cocoa, as it tends to have less of these migraine-triggering compounds. Now let's discuss alcohol, particularly red wine. This one is often a big trigger for migraine sufferers. Why? Alcohol contains histamines and sulfites, which are known to dilate blood vessels, thereby increasing blood flow and blood pressure in the brain and cause headaches. Not only that, but alcohol is also a dehydrating agent, which can make migraines worse. It is worth emphasizing that red wine is especially problematic because it has higher levels of histamines compared to other types of alcohol. These histamines can increase the likelihood of a migraine attack, as indicated earlier. So, what can you drink instead? Consider sparkling water, herbal mocktails, or non-alcoholic wines and beers. These options are far less likely to trigger a migraine, and besides, they will keep you hydrated. By being aware of these migraine-triggering foods, you can greatly lower your chances of having a migraine. One quick tip: keep a food diary to track what you eat and how it affects your migraines. This can help you pinpoint any additional triggers and make managing your migraines a lot easier. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more health tips and migraine relief strategies. I'd love to hear about your experiences with food triggers and what has worked for you to minimize it. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and remember, managing your migraines starts with understanding your triggers. Stay healthy, and I will see you in the next video.